with that said, we do see the lag spike must mean the mothership is now out. And by the way, there is about to be a brief conversation between me and Squid. We have played each other quite a few times now. I have come to find out he didn't actually remember the fact that we had played versus each other. But I just remember playing him a few times, and he would always rage at me when I beat him. And I don't think I ever actually lost to him, so I figured I would talk to him a little bit since I sort of figured I lost, and here we go. But he is gearing up to do a really big late game attack against my very much lesser army. If you see the supplies, very different. The army supply is actually somewhat similar though, because he does have a 20 worker lead. We do see 2 warp prisms going out across the map. Unfortunately, I only have 8 warp gates right now, so that will sort of hinder my potential harassment capability. And I do have an observer in his army, so I'm able to see everything he's trying to do. So here we go. Charge lots are being warped in. By the way, warp prism with charge lot capability, the charge upgrade I should say, it's a great way to do easy harassment versus Zerg. It sort of does a few things. One of which is helping me out right now, is it buys you time. You know, when you're harassing with zealots, the Zerg player needs to take a few seconds, 20, 30 seconds, maybe not that much, but you get my point, to sort of worry about zealots killing their bases. So that'll just delay their end push. But it looks like Mr. Squid is getting a little aggravated, and he's just ready to just kill me. So here we go. He's going to lead with his Corruptor, Broodlord, Infestor army, because that is his army, so it's sort of hard to lead with something else. A huge Vortex goes down, only catches about half the Broodlords. Actually, no, that caught like 9 Broodlords, so that was really good. And you can see I'm morphing in Archons right now, and if he tries to back out his army to wait for the Vortex to unleash, you can just send your Stalkers ahead, or whatever units ahead you need to. But here we go, the Archons are shredding the Broodlords somewhat. I didn't quite get all 4 Archons in there, so I didn't kill the Broodlords immediately, but you can see there's way too many units here for him to take. Huge upgrades out of myself. Even though Squid has had the lead for the majority of this game, and by the way, as you can obviously see, he has lost his 5th base. And I did kill that Greater Spire, as well as greatly weaken the now morphing Greater Spire. So a little bit of a comeback. Units lost shows that he has lost a ton more, but spending will also show that he has spent a ton more. So it's actually a fairly even game right now, but my 4th base is really late, so that'll sort of buy him a little bit more time to get up the units he needs to. We can see more Zealot harassment going on. A couple things I didn't note or talk about. Actually, I guess I really did talk about most of the stuff, but the Zealots are good. Yeah, just really easy way to harass your opponent, especially when they're out across the map. So, other types of harassment you can do, like I said, run your Blink Stalkers in. By the way, I really can't move my screen because the lag is ridiculous, at least near the mothership. But other harassment you can do on most maps, just again, Blink Stalkers. If you have a lot of energy in your mothership, the one thing you'd be careful about, because obviously you can recall, is if you recall your Blink Stalkers back to your army to save them, after you kill 18 bases or whatever, which is great. If you don't have enough energy for Vortex, it can be very difficult to hold off that Death Ball from Zerg. So just take note of that and be careful about that. But yeah, it looks like he made a ton of lings because he had a ton of minerals, so not a bad strat. I did try to pause it because literally I couldn't even type. I was trying to type out, so much lag, and it was not showing up for like the first 5 seconds. But he would not let me pause it because I think he was a little aggravated at this point. Running his links into the death rays of the Colossus, not the best choice for the life expectancy of the lings. But once again, now I guess I'll talk about this wall. Usually what I'll do is 2 pylons, 3 cannons, 2 gateways. You can see that to get to my mineral line, he has to go all the way around. And also, when you're trying to defend this base, having your army here and funneling them through a choke like this is also really helpful. Talking about funneling things through a choke, we have a huge ling run by. The official count is 128. I was going to say 130, but I said official, so I have to be precise with this number. He sees a huge warping of Zealots down my 3rd, so he's just going to go right up to my main base, it looks like. I didn't have this wall choked in, or whatever you want to call it. which was a mistake, but at the end of the day, when you have all these Colossus, just sending these to go kill Zerglings is pretty easy and simple. So he will kill a few buildings, but this will also cost him dearly on the units lost count, and it should skyrocket my score on the end screen. So he only kills a little bit. He does kill my Templar Archives, but I do see that, so I'll have that rebuilt soon. We do have some Zealots going in his main base. If you only have a handful of Zealots like this, I would more so recommend killing off, smaller tech buildings and going for the hive, but before I show you, that is exactly what I do, which is a mistake. Just go for, like, Infestation Pit, kill some Lings if you can, kill some whatever you can, you get the idea. By the way, having anywhere from 3 to 5 Archons is enough for the Vortex, but I like to be closer to that 5 number just in case he does manage to kill one or stop it from getting to the Vortex. I just like to be safe and make sure I have the exact number I need. A good scouting Zergling, you can see he selected that right there, and he will send some units up to his 5th base again to defend this. Also, one little tip, I would recommend having something to scout each entrance or each attack avenue that your opponent can hit you from, especially against Zerg, because counterattacks from Lings is not the most fun to deal with, especially in the mid game. So we'll see that I do that eventually. And so yeah, it looks like my opponent is just going to rebuild his Spire, because I did kill both his Greater Spires, it looks like. And really, he's only mining off 2 bases, if you can even call it that. I want to see his... He has 50, we have tied up in the work account. But I believe I am much better saturated than he is, although that doesn't help the cause. So it looks like he's going to have one more go at it. Army supply is heavily favoring me. We can see more Zealots warping in here. And for this final battle, I want to give you the vision of his cam, because I was laughing after this. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it as well. Let's get rid of the production tab. So let's go ahead and head over to the squid cam. So, is it following his view? Follow his view. So, he does see the Zealot ping that the game is urgently trying to warn him of up in the top left, and there are my Zealots running around doing stuff. And we can see he's trying to micro his Lings back and forth, but uh-oh! This was the funniest thing, because he was not too happy at this point in the game. And then that happened, so... So yeah, the Zealot harassment paid off a little bit more than it usually might, and down go the Broodlords, and down go his chances of winning this game. Oh god. So yeah, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. This usually happens with Mr. Squid, but it's okay. We're friends now, I think, so it's sort of a mutual respect. But anyway, that was game 1 of possibly a 2-game little series of PvZ. Hopefully I can talk about more analytical stuff in the next game, or I'll just have it be a shorter video so you can see another cool, close comeback. I don't want to spoil the video, although I absolutely already have. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I think I'm going to do the next video right now, even though my voice is pretty sore. I really don't know how those casters, like Day 9, Husky, and all of them, I don't know how they do it at, tournaments where they're casting live and they have to do it back to back to back to back to back, because my voice would just be completely dead. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this game. Hope you guys enjoy, or have learned how important a good Archon toilet is. And so yeah, I think my 18-minute outro is coming to a close. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck on ladder, and yeah.